Hey everyone, welcome to what's going to be the finale of I Want to Be the Love Trap. I'm Captain Forrest Falcon, and with me I have...
What's good, everybody? It's Generation 71.
Okay, so we're just going to jump right into this particular boss fight because it's the most tedious of all of them, so... Anyway, so Jen, you remember that we actually made a little bit of a contest regarding this Let's Play and your own Kill the Guy Let's Play, correct?
Yeah, we did. While you focus on the boss, I guess I'll take over the commentary real quick. Well, no, this one's pretty simple, but yeah, our contest was essentially we were racing within our respective games. Forrest had given me a challenge, be like, if I can beat the major boss of this game before you reach a specific boss. I believe you said like the final boss of like World 4 or something like that. You would, if you beat the boss first, then I would have to do a co-op let's play with you. And if I, ended up winning first, then I could just rub it in your face. So
Yeah, I mean, you were probably going to come up with something. Oh, dang it. Ugh, that's going to make this so much longer. Ugh.
oh, it's
I really
okay.
hate this boss. But
It kind of
anyway.
reminds me of kind of like what's that game you used to play at Roarland? It's a place where you like rollerbladed, like Stop and Go. No,
Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah, that's pretty
Pick-
much what this is. It's exactly that, except gradually the cherry patterns get more irregular. So anyway, so sort of the plan is that like after doing something like this, we would move right on to I Want to Be the Boshi, but the problem with that is that Boshi's online capabilities right now aren't exactly working. Oh, you know what? I never actually showed this death, so I think I'll just show it. Yeah, honestly, I was halfway tempted to just screw this boss and just like fast forward it through the start, but we're already doing it legit, so.
Yeah, we're here. We're gonna do it legit. We are too legit to quit. Even though you just died again. So
Yes.
So anyway, so I guess I mean you kind of went over it because I did watch obviously your videos of you and trying to actually overcome Hatsune Miku too. I hope I said that right. But to yourself, like I guess could you explain a little bit more exactly like all everything that you had to go through to actually complete that boss?
Well, pretty much it sort of is just like your average I Want to Be the Guy boss, except for the fact that it takes so much longer to learn some of those phases. Like, for example, the cherries, it's not like there's a pattern or anything to them, so you just need to get more comfortable with sort of positionings that you can move to, and just sort of a whole general feel for where the cherries are going to go relative to where they are on screen.
Hmm.
And one of the things that I commonly... Oh, come on! I didn't even... I thought that I'd moved already so that I'd be frozen when he looked at me, but for some reason, I could just turn around and look at him.
It's just like, oh hey, look at that. Don't you just love the irregularity or irregularities of freaking I want to kill the guy or I want to be the guy or I want to be the bushi or I want to be the magic level trap of toilet, whatever. I don't know. There's so many names of these games. I'm just going crazy. Man.
Okay.
But I honestly thought for a while I was actually going to beat you. I mean, I was already at the point of the fighting Boshi, ironically, and I was working on him. But I guess apparently to one of our common subscribers, I was only not even past the first phase, and so I was like, well, that makes me feel so much better. Thanks for just like dropping my self-esteem
Well,
down.
well, the thing about that Boshi boss is it's actually more like two bosses in one, because once you get past the first phase, there's actually a save.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
what you were saying too. Like when you got like kind of like midway through it, then it's like, oh yeah, second phase or save point before the second phase or something like that. Yeah.
okay, you mind talking for a bit? I really want to concentrate here because I've almost got him down, but
Yeah, of course,
the
of
cherries
course.
begin getting more and more irregular.
Irregular. Yeah, you gotta love it. Just they try to make everything as complicated as possible. But I mean, yeah, I mean that Boshi boss, I mean, it was pretty fun. And then I just honestly I started having nightmares. I was like, it's Boshi time. And so just seeing him like pop
Yes.
out. See, good job.
Okay, so that's the most tedious of the bosses. So I'm just gonna save the one down at the bottom for last because it's the easiest. Now we move
Nice.
on to Stickman here.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of liked. He was probably like my favorite out of the bosses, just because of the song and the fact that he just loves dancing. Look at him dance, look at him dance.
Yeah, honestly, like when I first encountered this boss, I thought this has got to be the most pathetically lazy-looking boss I've ever seen. But to be fair, it's not like it's just a sprite rip. So I guess there was some work put into it.
Yeah, and I guess in the end, aren't most bosses honestly just sprite work, and they just either change the sprite every now and then, or they just massacre you with cherries? Because isn't that
Uh,
essentially what Hatsune Miku was? I mean, a sprite that just kind of threw cherries at you.
yeah, and well, pretty much the thing is that this person who made this doesn't have much in terms of art style with regards to how they make their games, but they actually make some pretty interesting mechanics for how you fight these bosses. Like, for example, this one, it's not like it's just completely random. There's actually like a safe spot you have to jump through in order to make it past him. So,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, it's just crazy because I mean, some of them, obviously, because of you, I've seen a lot of animations of different games, and some of them, like you were saying, like this one, though it was lazy. I mean, it makes kind of sense why they did it. So even though some work was put into it, it was still, I mean, not as much as it could have been. But then compared to other games, it's just like how much they actually do with some of the sprites. Like, I'm trying to remember the one. It was like you were fighting a TV, and then he was throwing out Goombas or something. I thought that was a pretty cool fight.
Oh, just so you know, that was actually a harder version of the boss that I
Oh.
wanted you to do.
Ooh.
That was the boss that you were gonna actually end up reaching, but
Well,
because
maybe
that's
one day
actually
too, because I don't actually. I mean, I probably not as much as I have been, but I'll probably like every time I want to feel like a masochist, I'll be like, I'm gonna go play this game real quick.
But anyway, and Boshi, it wasn't going to be necessarily like, oh, we're going to do this on the hardest difficulty, BS like that. It was going to actually be a lot more casual and fun. Like, for example, I actually gave you a save that had some characters that could make it easier for you, like Sonic and Dark Boshi.
Oh,
Like Sonic, the neat thing about him was that he goes like twice as fast as any other character. So
that sounds like I would die multiple times because of that.
yeah, but also to be fair, like on some of the jumping segments, you could actually just skip most of it, and it wouldn't be as bad.
Oh yeah, that actually sounds like so nice. Yeah, it would have been nice to have like a nice casual playthrough because I did try doing some practice and then I couldn't even get past the first level because I couldn't realize if I needed to actually go down or if I needed to actually keep continuing to the right after the official like trial part of it.
Yeah,
And
and
so
that's sort of one of the reasons why I wanted to make it a co-op is because then since I am already knowledgeable of Bashi and know where to go, then I could just carry us through some of the levels so you would end up stuck in some places and get incredibly frustrated.
yeah, that I am kind of thankful for that because I probably would have thrown my computer out by that time. I mean, there's been so many times through, I wanna kill the guy that I mean, obviously I was about ready to throw my computer. I think a couple times I actually did. Thankfully, it was onto my bed or something, but it was one of those things. Yeah, nice, good job.
All right, that's 2 down. And well, I'm surprised that you're actually seeing it so quickly because, oh my gosh, did I not save after that boss down there?
That ever just like showed up all of a sudden. It's like,
Oh
nah,
my
you gotta
gosh.
beat me again. Why not?
Okay, fine, we'll do it again. But we're gonna at least get some enjoyment out of this boss first.
Yeah, and I remember like you were talking about this boss the first time you were doing it. Is that the song is actually based off of the
Yeah, each of their respective numbers. Like,
yeah.
so 9 is in reference to Cerno's perfect math class because everything that has to do with Cerno from Toho seems to have to do with the number 9. She's rather famed for it. As for 11, it's supposed to look like the Dingos from that anime that they're from.
Yeah,
Because they're kind of like circular guys and they have eyes that look like an 11, so that's
that
why
makes sense.
11 represents Dango.
That's funny. And then I could see how a lot of people, at least Americans, would think that it's like, oh, a joke towards 9/11. But I mean, that's just goes to show you how knowledgeable we are of other people's cultures.
Yeah, so it turns out, like, heck, even when I first did it, that's kind of what I was thinking, but
was like,
then
whoa.
I sort of learned about what Serta was and how strongly associated she was with Nine, so it made a lot more sense to me then.
Hmm. Yeah,
Anyway, so I actually took out the other half first, so that's going to make this a lot easier.
yeah, because I mean, honestly, like though the 9 is sporadic, just when it will show up. I mean, you still know roughly, what's the area, hit. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you
You're
just
picking
need
up
to
on
hit it in the middle, and
yeah.
pretty much and you already had to be dodging 9 all this time anyway, so now that you do it without having to worry about 11, it's
11.
a lot easier.
Yeah, so much easier. I could tell. I could feel the ease in your voice now. But yeah, just I guess while you're still doing this, yeah, with I want to kill the guy, I think obviously the piranha plant just got me because I felt, though you didn't see it in the videos that I did post, I felt that there was just a lot of like BS deaths, and I understand that with the series, yes, there's going to be BS deaths. That's kind of like what the game is like infamous for the most part. But a lot of it honestly like got me to my breaking point, and I haven't had a breaking point since Contra. But you also got to consider I played Contra when I was like 7. So obviously I died a lot, and I obviously raged because I'm a little kid. But yeah, I haven't felt like that since Contra, and having a game do that to me now, fully like matured, it's kind of crazy. But it also gives you that feeling of accomplishment too. Like once you're done, it's like, wow, I can't believe I actually did this.
Yeah, and so, like, one of the things about I Want to Be the Guy games is that I've never had any qualms about looking up videos on them, because I've always felt that it's just as much of an accomplishment if you can do it with knowing how difficult it is and knowing what to expect as when you don't know anything. I mean, there is some sort of thrill to getting through some bosses when you have no idea what to expect.
Yeah. But then that's also...
One more thing, just in addition to this boss, I may have to alter the video part of this due to the fact that apparently there was like 1 million people that apparently wanted to take credit for 2 balls going up and down on a screen. Like, I got hit so hard copyright-wise when I tried to do that originally.
Wow, really? That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, like, I tried putting Waluigi doing his cross-chop over segments that it said were copyrighted, but that didn't work, apparently, because they kept on copyrighting different parts of the video.
Wow, that's actually kind of funny. It's probably like the NBA be like, no, a ball going up and down. That's our thing. You can't take that. That's actually kind of funny. Wow. Yeah, it's ridiculous with some of the content IDs. I mean, they were getting pretty bad, but at least in my experience, I think they've actually kind of backed down, because I know when the IDs came out, I was doing the Super Mario Let's Play, and all of those, like even to right now, they're all, content ID'd batch. So obviously, advertisements are shown from Nintendo, but those are the only ones I've ever actually received so far, which, it makes sense because Nintendo's Nintendo. But as far as I hear from most other people, it's really calmed down for the most part, but I'm not sure if that's the same for your experience or anything.
Well, to be honest, it was really only that one video where it was the visual stuff that was getting claimed. Like, everything else I'm usually fine with because it's audio sort of things. Oh, although, except for Hatsune Miku, because if I ever uploaded anything without commentary for that, I would get claimed by somebody who made a remix of that song that's in that. Not even the original creators of the end of the disappearance of Hatsune Miku, but the people who made a remix of it.
Vic, it's like, no, that's ours.
So I'm like, what the hell is this?
It's like, it's not even yours to begin with, and you're claiming me for that? Okay, I see how it is. Yeah, YouTube's getting ridiculous, but hey, it's YouTube. You kind of know that coming in.
But then, like, everything else is like, I get claimed, like, for some of the instances where I would use, like, Nintendo audio as background music, and I didn't really have a problem with that because I could respect it, because it wasn't like I'd done anything with it. I just used the straight-up audio.
Yeah, exactly, for the most part. I mean, that's why, music, for the most part, like, I understand. Again, it's like, yeah, that's yours, you claim it. You actually had, people work on that, actually had to pay them, so I understand that. But then some of, like, obviously to the point where it was like visuals just of any video game, and with commentary, again, I feel was one of those things where it's a little ridiculous, because the way, in case you guys are unfamiliar with it, The way YouTube was set up before the copyright claims, and that's why you had these multimedia channels, these giant channels that actually allowed you to do this, was because though you were still getting paid from advertisements, a good and most of that portion was actually going to the original content creators, obviously Nintendo, Okami, or not Okami, Capcom, whatever. And yeah, you beat him again. Good job on screen.
Yay!
And so, that was how it was set up. But then at the point, they felt that they deserved all of it for the most part. And I can understand that. I mean, something where you made 100% of
Okay,
you should
so
baby. Yeah.
Are you ready for the hardest boss in this game?
Oh my God, I'm excited. Let's do it.
Here we go!
I actually forgot which one this was. Wait, you didn't do this in your original one, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, did you? Oh, I must have missed it. Yeah, my God, that was amazing.
Yeah, such skills. Like, Hatsune Miku has nothing on that.
Yeah, I know. I mean.
Okay, so now as you can see, there are arrows telling us we can go higher.
Ooh.
And we have
Son.
this boss.
Oh God. I'm not gonna lie, the bow looks pretty on you.
Yeah, so this is the infamous giant kid from this game. So pretty much what he has is he shoots these bullets in this pattern like this, and he sometimes mixes in where there's 2 bullets to every water one. And then as you shoot him, you have to shoot him 100 times. He'll gradually get harder as he'll shoot cherries out at you from a random part of the screen. Like, it starts off, I think, with cherries coming from your right, and the thing that makes it so tricky is that you have to make these dodges while still sort of keeping in the water and not crashing into these bullets.
Bullets. Huh.
And it's, as you can imagine, with him having 100 health, it can get really draining. Oh, there was an example of one of those times where he had 2 in a row.
Yeah, I was about to say you almost hit it, but no, you were good. You had the reflexes of a jungle cat, so you're good.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna beat this boss. There's just no possible way, because, like, he gets ridiculous at the end. Like, he'll have and eventually. Oh, I already died, and that was the easiest part of this boss fight. But, like, he'll have a cherry that's, like, bouncing all around the screen that doesn't disappear, and you have to kind of, like, time your shots with regards to that one. And as the boss battle gets even further, you'll start having, like, 2 cherries coming at you, and then eventually 3 for every shot you fire. And then eventually you have, I think the hardest he gets is you have 2 cherries that are randomly bouncing around the screen, and anytime you shoot him, 4 cherries from all 4 directions of the screen will randomly come at you.
Gosh.
And although you know that, you can always get lucky and they will just not be in a location where you're going to get hit.
Yeah.
You'll always have those ones that come at the perfect angle at some point. Oh, like, for example, we've actually started having the cherries start dropping down on us, so the thing is that you can't stop moving in this boss fight either because of the whole bullet jumping thing.
Yeah, that does make sense. Wow, I could see this one would definitely be one I would have to throw my computer outside of the window because I'd be like, I'm done.
Even the pros, they throw their computers out at this boss. Like, I know some that are like incredibly professional, can do like the most intricate spike weaving patterns imaginable, go through Toho like bosses. They can't beat this one. And then in addition to that, there is once you get all the collectibles in this game, which are EVs, and you beat this boss, who has one of the EVs as possession, you unlock the path to the secret world of this game, which leads to the true boss.
Oh, wow.
And the true boss is this one, except it fires this stream of bullets at like twice the rate, and there's a heck of a lot more cherries. Oh,
So close. Well, you got like 25% there. It's good times.
Yeah, so I think we'll just do this one more time, and then we'll maybe call it quits.
Sweet. And then I guess with a lot of people just getting really frustrated about it, how many people, as far as the I want to be the guy like fandom, have actually completed it legitly, or is there like nobody?
Well, there are quite a number that have completed this one, and that's quite an accomplishment. And there is also quite a few that have made it through the secret worlds to the harder version of this.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody has beaten the second version. No one.
Ooh.
Although,
I feel like
although
this is
apparently-
something you could do personally.
Well, keep in mind that like people get like to 90 hits on this guy and then still can't beat him like for months after or even a year if they depending upon how willing they are to spend their time doing this. I'm gonna do one more time because I want to at least get to Cherry's guy. But yeah, so I may someday complete this boss, but personally I don't want to. I've not really wanted to do much with regards to this game. I want to do other I Want to Be the Guy games, because like I said, Hatsune Miku Bach 2, that took a lot out of me.
Yeah, it's just like
especially towards the end, once it's like I know that I can beat this boss, that it's just hours of time spent trying to get lucky and
have things go your way, have the right cherry bounces and all that.
yeah, and then even the parts like that you have a pattern for in that boss can be tricky, like that end phase where you sort of have one heck of a lot of cherries just raining down and up at you. Like I've gotten into that phase numerous times and then just screw it up. And then there's also that Hatsune Miku doll that screws you over at the end.
The little evil demon child.
Oh gosh, dang it! Okay, but I'm done with this.
Yeah.
I made it
Well,
about as far as having one of the bouncing cherries come at me, but
exactly. It's a
Yeah.
good accomplishment in itself. Like I said, you already beat Hatsune Miku Mach 2 with the evil demon child. I think you could deserve a pat on the back for that. Bravo, Forrest.
Okay, thank you, Jan. And yeah, so as with regards to Boshi, I do hope that we'll be able to do it, but it depends upon when the creator, Solgren will hopefully fix his game up or give us an option for doing online multiplayer, because I don't think it would be such a good project if we were doing it like in a versus type style.
Yeah, no, that'd be like Forrest wins, hands down. It's over. Don't
It'd
even
be-
worry about
It'd
it.
be like I'm fighting the final boss, you're fighting Hello Kitty, that sort of thing.
Or it could be something to the point, like, we could compare it this way. It's like me doing a versus with Forrest on I Wanna Be the Boshi is like me doing a versus with Forrest playing Super Mario World. That's how bad it would be.
Yeah, I actually did suggest that we could do a versus in Super Mario World, but yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, I want it to be fair. I actually want it to be challenging. Like, find a game we both don't know too well and be like, hey, see who's the better natural gamer for the most part.
Yeah, like that's one of the things that's about I Want to Be the Guy games is that I'm not necessarily the most natural. It doesn't necessarily come the most naturally to me, but when I learn it so well that I can pretty much compete with anyone at it.
Yeah, and that's a good trait to have even beyond gaming. If you can mimic somebody, if
Yeah.
you really wanted to. You could design a car as long as somebody teaches you how to do it. So.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess we'll be back together to do some project in the future, but for now, we're finished with this one, Love Trap, and I'm not sure, were you gonna try and beat Boshi and kill the guy?
Like I said, it's something where I'm not gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna try but it won't be anytime soon. Like, I'll be
Okay, so
surprised
it's
if I
pretty
beat it by
much
the end of
boss-
this year.
It's pretty much what this boss is to be then for you.
Yeah,
You're
pretty
gonna get
much,
back to it, but you don't want to suffer that much.
Yeah, I don't want to suffer that much. Like I said, after the Piranha Plant, that took me out. Your Hatsune Miku was my Piranha Plant, so.
Yeah, okay. But anyway, so thank you guys for watching this Let's Play, and if I ever do accomplish something in this game, I'll just make it like a continuation of this. But for now, this is like the finale. I mean, the last episode was more of the finale, because that was like with me fighting that impossible boss and somehow winning, but this will be it for this Let's Play. So thank you guys so much for watching me, soar like the amazing falcons you are, and have a wonderful day.
Catch you guys later.
Peace out.